There it goes. I gotta get to work on that. Alright, today I'm going to try to take the paint off this boat. At least the bottom, the back of the transom, and the sides. Maybe I'm gonna at least start on it. It might take me longer than a day. What I'm using is Jasco Premium Paint and Epoxy Remover. I don't know if it's worth the crap or not, but it's premium, so it's gotta be good, right? It says it's fast, works in 15 minutes. So it also, for once I read the directions on something, and it says to put it on like just like a 3x3 area. I'm gonna try to do like half of the bottom of the boat and then just see how it goes. It also says it recommends to pour it in a metal container and then brush it on. I'm just gonna kind of try to just squeeze it on. I don't know. Well, all right, let's get to work. There's actually not a whole lot of paint on the bottom of this boat. It's a lot of just bare surface or aluminum. It's already working. Looks like it's working pretty good. I said the bottom of the boat will be the easiest one to do because most of the paint is done rubbed off over time. Alright, let's give it 15 minutes. Let it do its thing. Alright, been 15 minutes. Alright, that did the trick. Let's go ahead and do the rest of it. I pretty much got all the paint off. You can see some of that stuff done balled up. I got a couple spots where the paint is still on there. But like I said, I'm not too concerned about the bottom. It's just going to be black. I'm probably going to roll it on. But spots like this on the side, I need to try to take a sander and get what I can off. Because I want these sides to look good. Because that is going to be painted. So that is the next step, is break that sander out. I guess I'm gonna do it with that little mouth sander again. Start out with some 80 grit, and then probably for the sides and everything that's gonna be painted with the gun, I might have to go back with some finer stuff, but I am gonna prime it. I'm gonna prime all this stuff that's gonna be painted with the gun, so it should fill up some sand and scratches. But anyways, enough talk, time to work. This thing is basically all the way down the middle, at least on the outside. That sucked. Sanding that crap took a lot longer than I thought it would, and it's only basically halfway done because I'm going to have to do the inside. But at least I don't have to do the floor, the bottom of the inside, so technically it's over halfway done. But anyways, while taking the paint off this, I have unearthed a couple of spots. It looks like someone has patched it here with, looks like JB Weld or something. And also both corners and the front have some kind of JB Weld crap going on. And then I got these two spots where it looks like, I don't know if the rivets came out or they were leaky and somebody punched them out instead of putting a bolt there. They just JB welded the crap out of it. So I'm gonna clean these up. My freaking drill, I got a wire brush on my drill, my battery went dead, but I'm gonna clean all this gunk up and run me a couple little bolts in here and put some RTV on it. So that'll be an easy fix. One more thing that I discovered was right here. This boat at one time had a serial plate on it, it looks like. So that's a little sketchy. I think I've decided I'm gonna go ahead and call the game warden about it. I need to do it now before I put a whole lot of money in this thing and come to find out it is stolen and somehow they're able to ID it. I don't know, that would suck. But if it is stolen and someone can verify that it's their stolen boat, I would like them to have it because I want them to do the same thing for me. Well, as I said in an earlier video, these rivets, this paint around the rivets might be keeping some of them from leaking. And I have some of that Glove-It left, that a marine epoxy. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do now is clean this whole bottom off with acetone and then mix up some of that Glove-It, and I'm gonna go ahead and hit this spot right here, definitely, where someone has patched it, and hit all these rivets on the bottom. And then like here's a sketchy spot right here. I'm gonna go ahead and kind of coat it up real good with that Glove-It. I'm gonna go ahead and hit any of the sketchy looking gouges and stuff. Like there's one right there, and there's another one. A little more beat up than I thought it was, but like I said, this boat doesn't leak, but I want to keep it that way. So go ahead and epoxy this thing up, and hopefully it'll last for a long time without leaking. Alright, the epoxy is pretty dry. I mean, it's dry to the touch. I'm sure it's not fully cured yet, but I want to go ahead and start painting this thing, or I won't be able to get any videos out. But since this is bare aluminum, it recommends to etch the surface with white vinegar. So that's what I'm going to do now, is wipe it down, and then I'm going to wash it all off, dry it, and then I'm going to go over it with acetone, and then it'll be ready to paint. Alright, I had to run to the store and get some tape. I taped around the sides of the boat, keep it from dripping down. Alright, I'm using a Lumahawk black. Hopefully this should be enough. It's almost full. And I'm just going to roll it on with a little cheap roller. You get it Walmart or Lowe's. And hopefully it'll work out okay. This stuff dries super fast, and it's like 90 something degrees today, low 90s. I'm gonna try to do like one strip at a time, you know, in between the ribs, and hopefully it doesn't look like crap, but it's the bottom of the boat, so it's not that big of a deal if it don't turn out that awesome. So, all right, let's get started. All right, there we go. You're supposed to wait 24 hours before you put the second coat on, so I'm gonna let it chill out and go ahead and paint it tomorrow. Okay, so that is done. I went ahead and put the second coat on this morning. Now all I gotta do is let it cure. I think it's supposed to let it cure for 72 hours, so maybe Sunday, if I have time, like Sunday afternoon, I might go ahead and flip it over. I probably won't have time to work on it though, but that's the next step, is go ahead and flip it over and start sanding the inside and getting the paint off of it, and then I can prime the whole thing, start doing the floor and all that crap. So hopefully once I get the paint off the inside, it'll go a little smoother. Well, all right, I appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you on the next one.